Here with your intentionally fabulous tip of the day. Today we are talking happiness. When is the last time you felt like unadulteratively happy? Oh my goodness, I just choked on that word, but this is live, so we're going with it. I mean, really, like, not holding back, just genuinely from your soul felt happy. If it's been a while, the good news is anyone can be happy. So, what's the opposite of happy? That would be sadness. When someone's feeling sad, of course, we're all going to feel sad at different times, and it might just be acute, just short term sadness. Something happened, and you're feeling a little just sad. But when that sadness goes on for a long period of time, you get to the point where you feel helpless and hopeless and trapped, and that long term usually has to do with something chronic that's been around. Maybe it's unemployment, financial struggle, health issues, relationship issues, um, caregiving, anything like that. When it's long term and you really can't see the light, it's easy to sink into this sadness, which could become depression. Women actually tend to become more depressed than men, and the age groups between 45 and 65, women are actually the highest ages of sadness and depression. We're going into a season actually of seasonal affective disorder as I'm recording this right now, which is our winter season. People tend to get more sad when it's colder, when there's less daylight, people aren't out as much, there's less connection. So when you can have some positive experiences, they can offset the negative experiences. So who are the happiest people? Income wise, it shows that people who earn at least $75,000 tend to be happier. So yes, money can add to your happiness, because at less than 75,000, it can be a struggle. Your basic needs may not be met at that level. But when you get a little bit higher in income, 75 and up, there just seems to be more happiness. There's more disposable income. There's more opportunity to do things that bring you joy. So money does have a little something to do with happiness. People who have sex twice a week tend to be happier. People who have close friends who live within a mile radius tend to be happier, so having that connection. But let's really look at what the people do who are the happiest. I'm going to give you 10 things, so stay with me. Number one is they are generous. People who are happy are givers. In research, it shows that if you give someone money, they are happier when they spend it on someone else versus themselves. So you might need to up your generosity dial. The second thing is they volunteer. So not just spending money on people generously, but actually spending time serving others increases their happiness factor. So you might want to dial into, what is it that I can do to give to others? I've been there. It helps me to get out of my own problems when I go and serve someone who is less fortunate than me. It does not take long for me to see someone who has greater challenges than I do, and it makes me happy to help them and forget about my own issues. Another is keeping a gratitude journal. People who keep a gratitude journal are more optimistic. They have less physical discomfort and disease. They're more satisfied with their life. These are all things that anyone can do. Anyone can start a gratitude journal. The fourth thing is they record their feelings. So in research, when they asked people to record how they're feeling, what they found is that they had more clarity in their life, they were more thoughtful, they were better problem solvers, they had less distress. So even just in the power of writing down your feelings, that can make you happier. Sometimes it's just getting them out of your body into the paper can make a difference for you. And when you see it, it might help you see solutions. Sometimes when we write things down, we get revelation from that, seeing it on paper and getting it out of our mind. The fifth thing is some sense of awe. So have you ever just looked up at the stars at night? Have you ever held a newborn baby? Have you ever watched a puppy play, or whatever it is that brings you awe? It could be just looking at mountains or water or something that you know there's something bigger than me that exists out there. There's something going on in the universe that is just phenomenal, that I can't help but stop and smile and feel the joy in my heart, in my soul. You might like this one. 76% of people are coffee drinkers. So there is a definite connection between coffee and happiness. I've never tasted coffee, so I don't get this, but my parents were coffee drinkers. I've had roommates, my children drink coffee, and I know people get really serious about their coffee. It does boost your mood. It can have some health benefits if you're drinking organic black coffee that's low in acid. It shows people are more alert, they're less depressed, less suicidal. Can you believe suicide and coffee? There's a connection there. So don't try and maybe take people's coffee away because it really does make them happy, whether it's just the time, the quietness, and sitting and drinking it. Number 7 is meditation. So many health benefits to just getting quiet, and meditation really being about receiving. So receiving good things from the universe makes people happy. They have better brain health so they can think more clearly. Their hormones get readjusted when they meditate in their favor. So that's always awesome. Number 8 is to read an adventure story. So something about getting into the fantasy of a story makes people happy. They like the idea of reading. There's production that kind of goes along with feeling accomplished about reading a book. You're curious. You want to kind of keep reading in, and you can sort of lose yourself in the fantasy. So again, taking off of maybe some trouble in your world, and it makes you happy to read what's going on in a story. Number 9 is just getting outside. Be in nature any chance you get. Go for a walk, sit by a pond, sit under a tree. Do something to just get outside and breathe in fresh air, and it will increase your happiness. Go for a walk. You're going to see an animal. You're going to see something that is going to get your attention and just make you feel happy. Look for reasons to smile and be happy. Number 10 is exercise. So the physiology of getting your body moving, you can't be depressed and sad while you're exercising. The two just don't go together. So there's so many health benefits, brain benefits, neurochemical benefits, hormonal benefits that happen when you exercise. So really, your happiness totally is up to you. And that's the good news, because anyone can do this. So if you're someone who's naturally happy, awesome, go out and spread that joy. Happiness is from the inside out. It is absolutely an inside job. It goes down to your soul, getting your mind, your will, and your emotions lined up with truth and happiness. And if you're someone who hasn't been happy, then start with one of those 10 things. Commit to one right now and go out and do it. Now, if you've been someone who's been through a hard time and it has been long and difficult and chronic, something like divorce specifically, I would love for you to join my private group on Facebook called Intentionally Fabulous. You can go there and we do laugh. We do share jokes. We definitely are there to support you, encourage you, talk about the hard things, and help you along. So check that out. You can also go to intentionallyfabulous.com, where I have some amazing free gifts for you. And if you know anyone who needs to be happier, please send them to either of those resources. You are awesome. You are amazing. Go out and be happy. We only get today, so make it intentionally fabulous.